Hello, this is Kristen with Heartfelt Creatures, and today I am going to show you how to crochet a little daisy. In order to do this daisy, you're going to need DMC thread size 8 in colors 745 and 3865, as well as a crochet hook of 1.5 millimeters and a size 20 yarn needle. I'm going to demonstrate how to make the daisy with bigger yarn. That way it is easier for you to see what I am doing. We are first going to start with a magic ring. Um, this is just how I do mine. There are plenty of other tutorials out there for different ways of achieving the same thing. Um, I'm going to hold the yarn tail between my thumb and my ring finger. I'm going to wrap it, and then you're going to cross. Oops, this is going back. You're going to hold the thread. Now you're going to take your crochet hook and you're going to go under that first strand of yarn. You're going to grab the second and pull to the front. Now back here, you're going to take the back piece of yarn, or the back strand of yarn, and pull through that first loop. That's it. Now we are going to do 6 single crochets in our magic loop. We're going to put our crochet hook into the magic loop, grab the yarn, and pull through. So now you have 2 loops on your crochet hook. You're going to wrap the yarn around your hook and pull through both those loops. That is a single crochet. You're going to want 6 of those total. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to take our tail end and we are going to pull. Now we are going to insert our hook in the first stitch. You'll know it is the first stitch because you'll see these 2 lines right here that'll create a V. Going to go under both of those. So I put that entire V onto my hook. Now instead of grabbing the green, we're going to grab the white because we're changing colors for our petals. So I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to hold that white yarn to the back of my loops so it stabilizes. Wrap the yarn around my hook and I'm going to pull through both of these loops. And I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hook and pull through this loop. That's just slip stitching it on and anchoring it into place. And now I'm going to chain 2, just wrapping the yarn around your hook, pulling through. That's a chain 1, chain 2. Now we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to wrap our yarn around our hook, and we're going to go right here in where this white thread is, or sorry, where the white yarn is. We're going to pull or go through, grab our yarn, and pull it through. Now there's 3 loops. We're going to wrap our yarn around our hook again and go through these first 2. So now we have 2 loops. We're going to wrap it again and go through the last 2. Now we are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and slip stitch back down into our main stitch, our working stitch. Now that is 1 petal. We're going to have a total of 6 petals. So our next stitch, we're going to slip stitch we are going to chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch back down. So now we have 2 petals. Three, 4, 5. Okay, now once we get to this point, you're going to think you still have 2 stitches, but you don't. You just pull on the green tail and it sinks that one back down in. So this is our last petal. I'll pull the yarn out. Cut. Now, depending on what you are doing with this, you can choose to weave in your ends or tie them off. To tie them off, this is all I do. I normally tie off the petals, depending on what I'm doing with it. And then I will either clip these off or weave them through after I even tied them. After your daisy is done, you can choose to use the 2 strands to attach it to either clothing or put it as a little barrette on a little animal that you've created. I also have a video on how to make a daisy chain. So yeah.